That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a resource day. All right, happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Today, for our resource day, I just felt compelled to share three apps for phones that have been a blessing for my family that have helped us provide, hopefully, a safer environment for my son. My son's 13 years old. He got his first phone this summer, and we didn't want to go in blind. I know that when I was more involved in youth ministry, not from a parenting standpoint, I would say I'm still involved in youth ministry because guess what? I have a teenager. But when I was involved in youth ministry from maybe while I was on staff at a church, including here for a while, I heard often about, parents coming to me and they were distraught often about what they found on their kids' phones, or they were fearful of what might happen. But reality is it's in today's society. I mean, we obviously have hopefully every right and control over our children's devices. And if you don't think you do, guess what? Your mom and dad, and more than likely you paid for those devices. So I think you do have every right to control them all you want. But I know that's easier said than done. So gratefully, though, in the past few years, as phones and devices have become more prevalent, some great apps have been developed to help provide a safer environment. So I want to share three of them with you real quick that have been a blessing for us. Number one is the Parent Guardian. This is a really cool app. Yes, it is a pay service. You do get a free subscription for a few days. It's $7.99 a month. This is the only one of the three I'm going to show that probably has to be a pay type of situation. But it's been great. It's been so great. It allows me to view what texts are sent on my son's phone, view what apps he is using and how long and even at what time of day. It allows me to monitor things like how long he's on the web. It even provides a safer web browser option. So it's a great way to just watch what's going on your kid's phone, and you can have some discussions about that. And I know it's allowed me to have some very proactive discussions with my son and about why we even have an app like this on his phone. It's not about spying on you, but it's about safety, and it's about just being smart. So hopefully that'll even be a catalyst, some good conversations for you and your family. Another one is Life 360. This one is free. You can upgrade it, but I've done some homework, and really upgrading it doesn't really do a whole lot that just the free one is good enough for. This is more a true location service. So there's been a couple times where my son's been walking around the neighborhood, and I need to find him, and maybe he's not answering his phone, which surprise happens, I realize. So I can kind of see where he's at. Um, if I'm curious if he made it to school safely, sometimes he rides his bike to school, or he has in the past. This is something that maybe I can say, did he get there? Because it tells me you can set locations, and it dings you when they arrive at those locations. So it's a great thing. Last thing is Plugged In by Focus on the Family. This is a wonderful app just to let parents do a little bit of homework on TVs and movies and kind of some of the content. It's not just bad content. It's even some of the redeeming qualities of a film that maybe will help you find some discussion points with your kids, which I hope you do. I hope you try to look for, like, hey, what are some faith lessons, some life lessons? What are some pitfalls that hopefully we can avoid that are in some of these shows, in some of these movies? I know it's been particularly helpful, and I know we've joked about this in the past, maybe not in these videos, but in just conversations where, there might be movies from the 80s of my youth that I forgot some of the content. It allows me to go, maybe I need to check to see what it talks about or what it shows in these films. And if nothing else, it allows me to just have a heads up. Maybe if then I remember the film, it allows me just to better be able to skip ahead at a certain point or whatever like that. But it's been very helpful. I hope that all three of these things are things that are on your radar screen. I would just encourage you, don't blindly go into just giving your kid a phone, letting them have full access to a tablet. Those are just dangerous situations to allow. I know that sometimes for some of you guys it may feel like spying on your kids. Your kids certainly, especially if they've had the phone for a while and you suddenly add these things, they're going to feel like you're spying. But I pray instead of being resentful or having a lot of pushback, that there will be some healthy discussion. And so I would invite you to explore those apps. And hey, if you've got other great ideas, feel free to add them to the comment section. on our Facebook page. All three of these apps are also available either on the Apple Store or on Google Play. So I might even link some of them on the YouTube site or on the Facebook site itself. So I'm not getting paid by anybody to endorse these apps. I'm sure I have to say that legally or something goofy like that. These have just been helpful to the Davis family. So hopefully they'll help you as well. And like I said, feel free to share others that have been a blessing to you. Have a great day.